there folks, today I'd like to take a casual peek into the Iron Man the Armored Avenger Iron Man Mark 6 action figure set by Hasbro. This set is part of the first wave of the Legends series of Iron Man 6-inch scale action figures and was first released in 2011. I got this set in 2012 when I found it at Walmart, selling for $9 on clearance. Taking a look at the figure here in the package, you can see Iron Man here in his Mark 6, which is basically the movie Mark 6. And this set is actually a re-release. This Iron Man Mark 6 was previously released as a Walmart exclusive back in, I think it was 2010. And you can see the Iron Man figure here comes with a whole bunch of accessories, which is really cool, especially those alternate hands. And, well, and the snot missile here. Taking a look at the back of the package here, we have here a description of Iron Man Mark 6 with a nice picture of the figure here. And on the side we have figures from the Iron Man the Armored Avenger line. We have here the Hulkbuster Iron Man, Titanium Man, and War Machine. Now we'll be right back and have Iron Man Mark 6 here out of the package. Alright, we're back and we have the Iron Man Mark 6 out of the package, and as you can see here, there are quite a few accessories that are included with the figure. And let's go ahead and take a look at those first. And we'll take a look at the snot missile here and the snot missile launcher, which seem to be included with practically every 6-inch scale Iron Man figure. Going back to as far as I remember the first Iron Man movie figure line. And it's a well-used mold, and there's the launcher, or at least the missile, the snot missile, and I've seen these come in a variety of colors over the years, and this one here is colored in blue, and then you of course have the color-coordinated snot missile launcher. It's red here with some metallic silver or gray on there. And for the launching of the missile, you just simply stick the missile in there until it clicks into place. And you have a button on top here. And you push it down and that'll launch the snot missile. Like that. And I just lost the missile. It does fire very well, as you can see. Now there is a clip down below that you can probably clip onto some part of the arm, since these were made originally, I think, with the Mark III or Mark II. I'm not sure. And the figures have changed over the years, so you really got to find the place where this clip will clip into the arm here, and you can see it's very loose on the wrist. Probably get a better fit at the upper forearm area if it'll fit. Yeah, it'll fit okay on there. So, but that's the snot missile launcher and the missile off screen. Now the other accessories here are the alternate hands, which is really cool. This was included with the original Mark 6 release, the Walmart exclusive release. And I'm glad that they included that with the Iron Man Armored Avenger line. And you basically get a total of 3 pairs of hands, 2 of them on the figure, 4 of them loose, and you have I guess a variety of hand poses. Here's 3 different hand poses. You have a fist, a gripping hand, and an open hand, one for firing the repulsor on there. So that's kind of cool. So a total of 6 hands, 4 here and 2 on the figure. Now taking a look at the Iron Man Mark 6, and I gotta admit that I'm a bit underwhelmed by this figure, because this is essentially a redeco and repaint of the Iron Man Mark IV. They're practically the same as far as sculpt-wise, the only difference being the upper torso area to accommodate the newer arc reactor that Tony Stark has produced from the movies. And I have the Mark IV here, which happens to be my favorite of the movie Iron Man armors. And you can see it's virtually identical in sculpt except for that upper torso piece. Everything else is basically the same. They did repaint it. They added some silver to the Mark VI and just shifted the colors around to make it a little bit different from the Mark IV. I don't know how movie accurate this is. I'm pretty sure it is. But essentially you have silver here on the arms, silver on the knees and portions of the leg. And that's about it. I think the yellow on here on the arm is different, and they painted the entire upper leg in yellow, or gold, excuse me. You can see the differences here on the figure. And they added some silver here on the lower torso abdomen area. So, but other than that, it's essentially the same, so that's why I'm kind of underwhelmed. I'm also kind of underwhelmed in that the quality control is a little bit worse than the original Walmart exclusive figures, which is surprising because I thought it would have been a little bit better. The Mark VI that I had for the Walmart exclusive is actually a little bit better painted. And the Mark VIs at that time, the Walmart exclusives, were not that very good. So that's saying something about this release. It would have been nice if they had improved the quality control on the paint, but they didn't. Some of the problems you can see right here on the arm where it's supposed to be silver. You can see some of the gold underneath. It doesn't even look like it's was scratched on. It doesn't look like the paint was scratched or anything. It just looks like an incomplete application of paint of silver or gray on there. And there's also lots of bleed. You can see on here the gold bleeding into the red, as well as on this arm, and on the I believe on the legs as well. You can see some of the bleed up here into the red. Just really pretty shoddy paint application. Also, the silver on the lower abdomen is a bit faded in parts and not present in parts, which is unfortunate. You got some gold bleed on the mask here. And I was actually picking and choosing the Mark VIs on the shelves because there were quite a few of them. And this was really the best of the lot. So that's saying quite a bit about the quality control of the figure. Another quality control problem is the joints. The joints range from stiff, which is nice, to stuck. The arms here, at the elbows and at the knees and at the hips, were essentially stuck, and I had to basically really tug on them to loosen the joint. Basically, I think it's the paint. They did not wait for the paint to dry, and I think some of the wet paint I got into the joints, making it stuck. So you really had to apply force until you hear that popping sound or cracking sound of it loosening. And the one good thing though is that the joints do remain stiff, not too hard, but harder to move, which is nice instead of being loosey-goosey after, which is typical of popping joints from stuck positions. They tend to become very loose, but here they're actually still quite stiff, which is nice. Going over the articulation for this Mark VI Iron Man, the head does go all the way around and does go up and down. The head doesn't go up as high as the Mark IV, and that's because of the newer design torso here. So which is unfortunate. This is about as far up as it'll go on there. The shoulder armors do swing up and down, and they are detachable if you pull them apart. Mine are actually quite tight on here, so that's nice. The arms do go all the way around, but you got to get it around that shoulder pad without it popping off. And the arms do go out and in, as well as all the way around at the upper bicep area here, and looks like a little bit stuck there. And the elbows do bend at 2 points. The lower one is a little bit harder to move on there than the upper one. The hands do go all the way around, as well as in and out, which is nice, and that's the case for all of the alternate hands as well. The torso does bend down, up and back, and all the way around. The nice thing about this torso here, it's much tighter compared to the Walmart exclusive one that was released a couple years before. And because I heard stories where it was just really loosey-goosey, and also the the gap was more evident than it is on this one. So that's kind of good with this torso here. The legs are joined to the torso at the hip with a ball hinged joint that allows you to move the leg up, down, and back, and out to the side with the manipulation of the ball joint at the hip. The leg can go all the way around at the top of the thigh there. 2 hinge joints at the knees. And the feet are in a pegged, I'm not sure if it's a ball joint in there or not, but it does move up and down slightly and side to side, but the area around the ankle here prevents the foot from going all the way around. So would have been nice to have a hinge joint. I'm not sure why it's not hinged. It's just pegged in with probably a very tiny ball joint on there. Overall, it's an okay figure. I mean, it's essentially a Mark IV that's been, I guess, replaced with a new chest and repainted, which is not all that different from the movie. So I guess that's slightly understandable, but still kind of underwhelmed at the quality control and the paint with this particular figure. This is my casual peek into the Iron Man the Armored Avenger, Iron Man Mark VI. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.